Ryan Reed entered a number of these ARCA races and just kept saying, I don't know when that win's going to come. And he got in this Lyra Motorsports Ford, and those guys have just been right there in each and every competition.
Remember that big win he had earlier this year at Daytona, our Xfinity winner, Ryan Reed, driving for the Roush Fenway organization.
That's a pretty good year for this young man, no question about it.
I think he loves jumping in this car because there's no pressure.
Yellow flag is out here for the first time tonight as we are 11 laps in. And we have got Tom Birdie has had a problem in his Toyota. Looks like damage to the right front.
Yeah, I think Tom's made some contact with the outside wall.
Welcome back to Kansas Speedway. Beautiful night tonight. Under caution for the very first time tonight. And that is because Tom Birdie had some contact with the wall. We're on board here with Sarah Cornett-Ching. Birdie is on the outside. This appears to be down the back straightaway, and they make some contact, Phil.
Yeah, I couldn't tell whether Tom came down a little bit or Sarah Cornett-Ching moved up. But nonetheless, unfortunately, Tom Birdie is the one that's going to pay the price.
Well, that is the front stretch. We saw some grandstands there. So obviously the 20 has gone to the pit area to get some repairs, and it looks like he will be able to soldier on.
And Ryan's car is starting to do exactly what you can't have here at Kansas. Watch it come up a foot, 2 foot off the bottom line, just a little bit too early. That 22 is able to stick his nose underneath him to the left, get that little bit of clean air, and he is going to suck up to him and pass it before long if this keeps up.
Is one end of the racetrack better to pass 1 and 2 or 3 and 4?
When I ran here last year and won the race, I did most of my passing off a 2, just because that exact reason. The 22, he can keep that nose low off a 2, and he gets such a good run by getting that clean air down, and it forces that nose back down, and the car keeps turning. Ryan's going to be in real trouble here if he can't hold up with him.
It's a little bit tighter exit on number 2 than it is number 4, right?
Definitely, definitely.
Well, while these two guys are racing, we have another caution, and Brandon Jones appears he has taken the right front of his Ansel Gloves Camry into the wall, and that's a big shot.
Tough break for Brandon. Only 27 laps in the books. He seems to have lost a right front. That, I don't know what's gone on there, but that's the end of his night.
This team started 4th tonight.
Has all the looks of a right front failure.
Absolutely. Unless he ran over something, the right front had to have gone down. I've seen that one too many times, unfortunately. I've felt that one too many times, unfortunately.
You can see all the damage that tire does, and that to the hood and to the fender.
Absolutely, and the suspension underneath has just got to be all cattywampus now. That thing's not going to drive straight until they get it back to the shop.
Keep an eye on that yellow car here as they get down.
Yep.
See, that tire went down even before he got to the corner.
Never had a chance.
Which, believe it or not, is good because he was right next to the wall, and he got into the wall instead of being at the bottom of the racetrack and getting all that force as he drove up to the wall.
Absolutely. The only thing worse than blowing a tire right next to the wall is blowing a tire way far away from it.
Ryan Reed is your leader. We saw Kyle Weatherman come from the rear all the way to the front. These guys are going to go to the pits for the first time. Let's check in with Caitlin.
And they probably feel like we're going to have some more cautions, so why not stay on the racetrack, have track position, and then come in when we're in our window, hopefully during a caution flag.
You like that strategy?
I do like that strategy because those cars are fast.
Daniel Suarez has come to the racetrack each and every time with a really fast car and not able quite to be able to get it done. We see the 25 has returned to the track. That is his teammate, Brandon Jones. But I'll be interested to see if they're able to get Suarez fixed back up. He is currently right now running back in 10th position.
Never say never here. This is a track where you can come from the back and make a lot of...
Oh, trouble. Josh Williams is in the outside wall.
That is the Musselman's Big Cup number 6, and we've got a right front. Appears once again as he is into the wall.
And right there we see the danger of staying out on older tires at a track where you got a bunch of load on that right front.
Wow, that's significant damage. You know, Josh Williams really tried to put some pressure on Grant Enfinger towards the end of the season, but that 24th place finish at Kentucky really took him out, and today it appears his season is over early.
Yeah, and he only has a 60-point edge on Austin Wayne Self for that second positioning point, so that's in danger.
Here we go, down the back straightaway.
There's that sound.
and see how much harder that contact was for him than Brandon Jones, whose tire blew on the straightaway.
Yep.
That was a big smack, and you heard just before it went that telltale death rattle of a tire getting ready to unravel. That's the little cords, actual strands of rubber starting to unwiden themselves from the tire and smack against the fenders.
And look at this, the 22 right behind him.
Lucky he wasn't closer. That could have been big for the 22.
And that's a hard hit there for Josh Williams.
I've done 1 or 2 of those. They are not fun.
Still can't take away what a great year Josh has had. Unfortunately, second place in points is in danger to Austin Wayne Self, but nonetheless a terrific season.
I call him the little engine that could. This is a team that you didn't know if they were going to make it to the track week in and week out, and as he walks down pit road now, the season over, it's good news that Josh is okay. They'll have to get him off to the care center to get checked out. The Ilmore engine that is in Grant's car tonight is number 20. It won at Daytona. How about that?
Yeah.
Can't say enough about the Ilmore program that they've given the ARCA Racing Series this year.
That has really opened up this series to a lot of drivers. We talked about Travis Braden a few moments ago. He told me down in the garage area, had it not been for that Ilmore ARCA engine, he would not be in the ARCA Racing Series right now.
Look at these guys. They are keeping it up side by side all the way around the track. Tiff trying to use the bottom side, and left traffic once again. Looks like Matt might have the advantage.
And this is a great example of why these ARCA cars race so well at these 1.5-mile tracks. Matt needs to get to the middle of the corner and clear Grant completely before they get off the corner, or the momentum that Grant's going to get running that higher groove is going to carry him back around him. But you see Matt using good use of the number 2 car to get around Grant and make the pass.
Grant Enfinger won the first 3 races of the season this year, and the yellow is now out for Daniel Suarez, back in the wall. And Suarez was running second in this race.
Man, oh man, another right front tire going down. This could spell trouble. You know, they are driving so hard around this Kansas Speedway. There is no other 1.5 that I know of that you are running harder on these right front tires. So it's really starting to show some wear.
The first few laps after a caution, they're running just as fast as qualifying here. Incredible speeds as the temperature cooled off here tonight. Another situation, we just talked about it. Lap 29 was the last time Daniel Suarez was to pit road, so almost 40 laps since his last pit stop. And unfortunately, it looks like he's lost a right front tire as well.
What a great year this young man has had in the Xfinity Series. He finished second at Daytona in ARCA, but from that point forward, they have not been able to put a full race together.
Such a talented young driver in Daniel Suarez. Great contender in the Xfinity Series Rookie of the Year points. Glad to see he's out of the car and okay.
All right, guys, put your crew chief hat on. What are you going to do right here as far as pit strategy?
We're stopping. If I'm Mason Mitchell right now, I know I don't have enough fuel to get to the end. I've got to come down pit road, get me 4 tires, and fuel it up.
Mitchell was on pit road the last time on lap 28. We'll find out. Under caution once again here at the Kansas Speedway. Out front, it is Mason Mitchell. We've had 4 cautions, guys, and we said no matter what, for sure you're coming to pit road, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Here's, you see, watch that orange at the exit of the tri-oval there.
That was eerily reminiscent of the right front's tire going down. Middle of the straightaway before we'd even made the corner entry.
So Mason Mitchell stays on the racetrack after pitting the last time at lap 28. We had a whole bunch of cars coming down to the pit road. We had 6 or 7. And for an update on what happened, let's start with Jim Trado.